Next, I would like to invite our guest speaker for this morning's celebration, Mr. Darrion Narine, a past student of mine actually, a very long time ago. Mr. Narine is a trauma-informed specialist, mental health coach, applied drama practitioner, and program and projects specialist whose work focuses on mental health, education, community development, and social transformation. As executive director of the Samaritan Movement, he leads initiatives that promote community wellness, trauma-informed education, mental health literacy, and resilience. He has trained hundreds of educators and impacted thousands of students, families, and community members throughout Trinidad and Tobago and the wider Caribbean. Darrion is also the founder and managing director of Sindan Productions Limited, where he uses the performing arts as a powerful tool for education, leadership development, and social change. Over the years, he has mentored more than 2,000 young people through theater and the arts. A recipient of the National Youth Award for his contribution to youth development and community service, Darrion is passionate about creating opportunities for individuals and communities to heal, grow, and thrive. Ladies and gentlemen, please give us a warmly welcoming to Mr. Darrion Narine.
Good morning, everybody. So a special good morning to principal, teachers, distinguished guests, proud parents, and most importantly, the young men of St. Mary's College. Standing here today is an emotional experience for me because years ago I sat exactly where you sit now. A young man with dreams, with fears, a young man trying to figure out who he wanted to become, what he wanted to do with life. And if I'm being honest with you, I never imagined that my life would take or look the way that it does today. I thought success was one road: study hard, get good grades, get a good job, and somehow everything else would fall into place. But life taught me something very different. Life taught me that the most powerful people are not people who are only good at one thing. They are people who have many passions, interests, and skills. Many ways to contribute to the world. So my message to you today is to be curious and to be very curious about all the different things that life has to offer. Never allow anyone to convince you that your co-curricular activities are distractions. Sometimes they become your superpower. When I attended CIC, academics mattered, but so did the things that happened after the bell rang. For me, I was involved in dragon boating, film club, drama and theater, spoken word. I even did Krav Maga, distance running outside of school. So I had many different passions. And at the time, these things seemed separate. Drama was fun, scouts was adventure, dragon boating was exercise. None of them looked like a career. None of them looked like success. Yet today, I realized they were shaping me more profoundly than I could have imagined. Drama taught me empathy. It taught me to step into another person's shoes, to understand pain that was not my own, to communicate clearly, to stand in front of thousands of people across the globe and speak with confidence. Drama taught me that leadership is more than what meets the eye. It gave me skills that enabled me to meet kings and queens, prime ministers and presidents, artists and change makers across the entire globe. And today, those same skills allow me to train teachers, facilitate workshops, work with vulnerable populations, and help people heal from trauma. The same boy pretending to be kings and villains on a stage now uses drama to help people tell their stories and rediscover hope. Scouts taught me discipline. It taught me resilience. It taught me how to be uncomfortable, how to persevere, how to serve. There are moments in my professional life when things are difficult. Projects fail, funding dries up, people disappoint you. but there's a strength that comes from having slept outdoors, carrying heavy loads, and learned that discomfort is not the enemy. I was part of First Trinidad Sea Scouts. You all still go down to Point Good? Yeah, so you all know what I'm talking about with those experiences. Scouting taught me that. Dragon boating taught me something equally important. No matter how talented you are, if you cannot work with others, you will never go far. Every stroke matters, every person matters, and the fastest boats are not filled with stars. They're filled with teammates. That lesson has carried me through boardrooms, international organizations, theater productions, and community work. Young men, the world you are entering no longer rewards people for knowing one thing. The world rewards people who can adapt, who can create, who can lead, who can communicate, who can think critically, who can empathize, the engineer who can speak, the doctor who can inspire, the lawyer who understands human emotion, the businessman who can tell stories, the psychologist who understands theater, the artist who understands finance. The future belongs to people who are beautifully multidimensional. I know some of you love football, music. Some of you sketch in your notepads or make videos. Some of you write poetry or love drama. I see you all even have a DJ club. That was very interesting to me. I find that was actually pretty cool. Big up Mr. Charles one time. Do not abandon these things. Protect them. Nurture them. Because sometimes your greatest contribution to the world begins as a hobby. Today, as Managing Director of Syndom Productions, we entertain thousands of people every year. But entertainment is only part of what we do. We use drama to build leaders. We use theater to strengthen teams. I want to acknowledge one of my students, Dominic De Silva, who just won an award as well, who has been participating in our theater and our drama productions and showing that his skill sets, very strong skill sets, a very admirable young man. We use role play to teach customer service. We use improvisation to improve teamwork. We use theater exercises to help young people find confidence. We use drama techniques in mental health and trauma-informed practice. We help people communicate better, lead better, listen better, heal better. What began as applause on a stage became transformation in classrooms, boardrooms, and communities across Trinidad and Tobago. And that is the power of pursuing your passion seriously. I want you to imagine yourself 10 years from now. You may become a doctor, but the Kindness Club, which I actually want to acknowledge, I think is a brilliant initiative, because kindness is one of the ways in which we change the entire world. And right now, international organizations are forming kindness clubs. In big organizations like Massey, you have VPs who are dealing specifically with these areas now. So don't underestimate the power of that club. I want to really acknowledge it. And the young man who came up, I saw his passion on stage as well. So big congratulations to you. I want you to imagine yourself 10 years from now. You may become a doctor, but maybe your love of music helps you comfort patients. You may become an entrepreneur, but maybe your years in football teach you leadership. You may become a lawyer, but maybe drama teaches you persuasion. You may become an engineer, but maybe art teaches you creativity. Nothing is wasted. Every passion teaches you something. Every experience adds another tool to your toolbox. Too many young people ask, what career should I choose? I think the better question is, what kind of person do I want to become? Do you want to become courageous? Join something difficult. Do you want to become compassionate? Volunteer. Do you want to become a leader? Take responsibility. Do you want to become creative? Make things. Do you want to become resilient? Fail. And then get up. Again and again and again. Remember, failure is just a stepping stone to doing it better the next time. The awards you receive today are important. Celebrate them. Be proud. But remember this. Your grades tell us what you know. Your co-curricular activities tell us who you are becoming. And in the long run, character outlasts certificates. Discipline outlasts talent. And empathy outlasts intelligence. And a young man with many interests, many skills, and many passions becomes a man who can change the world. Gentlemen of CIC, do not be afraid to be scholars and artists, athletes and intellectuals, dreamers and leaders. Do not be one thing. Be many things. Because you never know which hobby, which club, which stage, which canoe, which campfire, or which moment will become the foundation of the life you were meant to live. I thank you Out of the shadows of the past, they come to cheer us. Boys of the old brigade of gallant CIC. Do not underestimate. No, I'm not singing the old song. Oh gosh. Well, I had to sing that later, you know. But what I'll say is do not underestimate the power of being a student of St. Mary's College. This institution has done so much for me and has really carried me to places I never expected to be. I've drank wine with King Charles. I've met the Queen. I've been in boardrooms with prime ministers and presidents from across the globe. You never know where you may end up. And I just want you to know that the co-curricular activities that I took part in changed my life and developed my skill sets in such a way that I was able to impact the entire globe. I thank you, I thank you, I thank you, and cherish being a saint.
Representing Mr. Narine, thank you. Please stay with us.